Alaikum. My name is Mir Abdul Manzar. I am the Executive Director of Tahsil Educational and Welfare Trust. It's a trust based in Odisha, India. I live in Canada. I go every year on a trip and try to support this organization. It's a non-profit organization working in the education sector. So I have prepared a couple of slides and I want to walk you through that presentation, and after the presentation I'll take you to the tour of our facility and what's our current status and where we're gonna go from here. So please hang tight and don't go away. Thank you. Welcome back. This is a non-profit minority owned and operated organization in Odisha. The need is we are providing value contribution. The non-profit education and research sector accounts for annual revenue of 175 billion. So the education is so crucial for children, especially in India, country like India, where many families they cannot afford a good quality education for their children. So they are looking for alternative. Obviously, the government education is there, but it has some lacuna, as you can say. So there are issues with the government education. For example, the quality and the level of attention. So it's not there. So obviously there is a gap in terms of people's expectation. So and also we all have a some religious need, trying to cater to that need for the minority population. But at the same time, we are open to children from any other denomination, not necessarily Muslim community only. But we are trying to get a minority status on our trust. What it means is that it will be owned and operated by a minority. So we'll have some policy guidelines. For example, we have like 25% of the children that study free of cost. So there is some criteria for that. So only extremely low income family or the orphans who cannot afford. So we provide that 25% cover to those qualifying families. So this is our building. Basically, right now it's a leased property, and we have like every month, we pay rent, and it comes to about 20,000 Indian rupees. So it's burdensome for more long-term sustainability standpoint. So we have basically four branches, you can say, or four wings. So the first one on the top is you see the CBSE public school. This is a mainstream public school that follows the standard Indian syllabi CBSE. Okay, so it is English medium, and we have all the subjects, and we also have like some optional subjects, especially to do with Islamic studies, Arabic studies, and moral science and all that. So the second wing we have is the Jamia Madrasa, which is a traditional Islamic seminary, where there are about 25 kids studying with two full-time staff. And on the CBSE school, we have like 12 teaching staff and two caretakers. So the third wing is our masjid, the mosque, which is already like built only the ground floor. I'll walk you to the current state. And the fourth one is the community service. So community service is kind of open, so anything we get involved with the community. For example, during the COVID last year, we did food distribution, and in the case of disasters, we help with the disaster relief distribution as well. So the current construction and funding progress is on the right hand side. Basically, what it means that we are in the construction phase right now as we speak. So school is kind of in the ground level. It has not we have not started the actual rooms yet. So it is only come up to the plinth level. So I'll show you those in my upcoming slides and subsequent slide after this. So madrasa is also kind of one floor built. So we are also looking to expand it with some adjoining facility. Masjid is one floor done, and student capacity is we are looking for at least 400, going forward after we build all the facility. So currently the student capacity is around 250 on the CBSE school, and on the Jamia we have about 25 students. So these are like some statistics about our school. As you see here, we have 25 students with 14 staff on the school, and in the madrasa we have 25 students with 2 full-time staff. So the on the madrasa side, we have like a boarding facility, right? So these kids they stay full time with the 2 staff, so they also have food facility, like there is a cook who comes and cooks every day. So we will have like full boarding facility. So this is our vision. So the vision is basically we are looking ahead, long term sustainability, and to build a knowledge village so that we can cater to the educational needs of the community, not only the pre kindergarten or the kindergarten to primary education, but we are also looking ahead to start the high school and higher education facility. So the motto is to deliver an educational program that fulfills the religious and worldly educational requirements of a child. So this is our unique value proposition. Basically, our uniqueness lies that we are not only emphasizing the worldly needs of the child, we are also emphasizing at the same time the moral and religious education. But we are obviously not indoctrinating or brainwashing of any sort. So we are fairly open and modern in our approach. So there is no such concerns or issues around, children being radicalized or anything of that sort. So the Hasil Educational and Welfare Trust was founded in 2011. So these are some of our key value and philosophy. So we are committed towards the very good educational standard that our kids can compete with the mainstream society after they graduate from our school. So the future, we are looking ahead to complete our construction as soon as we can, or with your help and donations. So once we have the full facility built, we'll have more students from the neighborhood as well as from the adjoining towns and villages. So we are also looking ahead to build a residential facility so that from other towns and villages, students can come and live here. So this is our plan. So right now, as I mentioned, we are working out of a leased facility, which is insufficient to cater to the need, in terms of facility and infrastructure. So the idea is to build a quality facility, state of the art education center with a community center as well as sports area and everything. So yeah, these are like high level plans. So this is a kind of a matrix that we have for the both the educational wings for the Harith Islamic Public School as well as Jamia Abdullah Masood. So as I mentioned, this is we have like two full-time staff for the Jamia and 25 student strength. Student age is 5 to 15. Hostel is available, so they'll live full time with us in the facility. So there are no transportation needed because they this like a boarding facility. So we have currently constructed a two-bedroom house with a one classroom and one hall and kitchen. So we are looking to expand this to add some kitchen and other facility. And for the school, on the school side, we have 250 kids as of now, and they are like primary is up to grade 7. And we have like a two-seater van, two transportation vehicles. But this is our requirement that we need to get a bigger transportation vans or some vehicle. So the facility currently is leased, and we only have the 10 classrooms, and they are jam packed actually. So we are looking to build a bigger space and more classrooms as soon as we can. So the fee structure is for the school student is 300 per month. So here it's mentioned 10% students free, but actually it's 25%. So we as we once we build the new facility, we are gonna increase it slightly because to meet our expenses. And as I mentioned, it's a non-profit, so there is no profiteering motive or anything. So here you see this. We have like every year we celebrate annual function. We give away prizes to our students in different fields, academic as well as sports. So we got some coverage in the local newspapers. So these are like clippings for that. So here is the team, the managing team. So this is me. So I am basically in Canada, but I support this trust. So I visit almost every year and oversee the activities there. So these are our other colleagues. So they are in different capacity. So Sajid is the main director of operations. So he is gonna walk through the facility in the next video, as you will see. Badrul Mir is also our director. He is looking after our treasury, and Nasser is also helping with the funding and accounting. And Rafiq is our director of finance. So he's an accountant in a private firm. So he helps regularly and oversee the accounting activity. So this is like our organizational structure. So we are looking to expand and construct a new facility based on this funding model. So we are looking for help and grants or whatever donations in any shape or form. So we welcome and appreciate all that. So these are uh, this is our contact. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or comments, or if you are not donate, you can go to our website. It's tahsil.org, tahsil, TAHASIL dot org, and you can email us at info@tahsil.org, or you can reach out to any of this phone number. So you can please subscribe to our channel, and until I see you next time, thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Now I'll take you to our facility tour. This is our colleague, is Sajid, as I mentioned before. So showing us our facility. So the one behind him, right behind him, is the yellow in color. This building is our madrasa right now. The Jamia Abdullah ibn Masood. So he's just mentioning about the masjid, the white in color. So we have sort of built only the ground floor on each of these facility, the madrasa as well as the masjid. So we'll take you inside and show you like the current state we are in. So hang tight a little bit. Yeah, he's just mentioning about where it is located. Yeah, it is in a rural town, Binjaharpur in the district Jajpur. Yeah, so it's about a community of like 10,000 households. So the kids, they are from local neighborhood as well as from other villages. So they are extremely poor students or orphans. Is about 25 students. So the first room that you see here, this is the new added room recently we added, and right now it is being used by the construction people, the labor and mason and other people. So it is not in a very good shape. So this is the hall where the students they study and live. So this hall also is having the kitchen right now because there was a smaller kitchen before. We demolished the kitchen. Now we are building a bigger kitchen because the smaller kitchen was not, enough space and not good standard. So these kids you see they are from extremely poor background, and he's just showing that the kitchen stuff is lying on the floor and is still in the same hall, and we wanna take it away to the bigger kitchen that we are building. So it is still under construction. So he's now showing the internal room. There is a room for the teacher. So like we have two teaching staff. So they are somehow managing in this room, and we have a adjoining washroom to that. So again, you can see and imagine the level of difficulty we have. So based on our available funds, we can only do as much so much. So now he's gonna walk you through the bigger kitchen that we are right now building for this madrasa. So it is, as you see, it is still under construction. People are working, building the floor and doing the plastering stuff. So on the outside, he's taking you to the outside, and this is the area where we do ablution before we go and pray. There is a ablution or wudu. So wudu facility is also in a very bad shape. And this is the masjid. So we're gonna take a tour of the masjid after we finish with the madrasa. So this facility that you see, they are just added like like a month back. So and we are still seeking funds to do a proper finishing and so this is the wudu and ablution area. It is not properly built, and this is kind of a makeshift arrangement. So and this is being used by the students currently, and we need to actually make a bigger wudu area for the people who come to the masjid, because masjid has like more uh, capacity, and more people come from the neighborhood, so we need a better and bigger wudu area. So this is the staircase which will be used by both the madrasa as well as the masjid. So it's kind of in the middle of the both the buildings between the madrasa and the masjid. So the door in the blue color, you see, it is the makeshift toilets. It has to be demolished, and we need to build a proper toilet and washroom facility. And that is obviously right now being used by the people who come to the masjid. So he's now showing you the masjid, and the masjid is obviously only ground floor built. So we need to extend and the patio in the front. The patio obviously will be about 13 to 15 feet wide, and the length, sorry, the length would be about 45 feet. The width will be about 15 feet. So he's gonna take us inside the mosque. So the mosque is sort of built the ground facility, and it has been built, to a modern concept. So it is on the flooring and uh, flooring is done, and you see the fans are done, but the doors are not in a good shape because we are first trying to extend the masjid with the patio, proper patio. After that, we'll have a good doors installed. So right now, what's happening is in the rainy season in the monsoon, the water comes in, when there is a heavy downpour. So yeah, I'll take you to the next video. Thank you. Now we'll take you to the school that we are building right now. So Sajid is gonna show us the school facility as it is being constructed. So this is the plot of land we have now. It's about 20,000 square feet. Obviously, with more funds, we can buy more lands, and you see the lands uh, in the adjoining areas are little pricey. So we cannot afford currently, so we are looking for additional funding, and so we can have more land, and we can expand to the school. So this is the school being constructed. So it is the the foundation is done, so we sort of reaching to the plinth level. So in this particular video, it is showing that um, it is coming up to the plinth level. So and another next video, you will see that the plinth level is complete. So this is the timing when this video was recorded. So it was still under construction. So but the next video you will see that the plinth level has been completed. So but beyond the plinth, we need to erect the walls and then do the roofing and all that. So that has not been started yet as we speak. So we are sort of like, we can say 10% done. So this is obviously for the ground floor, and we have only planned right now 5 classrooms, one office, and one lab, and one staircase. So this is a very modest, plan for now. So if we build another floor on top, so it will become like 10 classrooms. So classroom size are reasonably sized, like 15 by 20 feet, and so hopefully it will be enough to house 400 students after we build the first floor. So, and we have some extra land, we can extend the school to add more classrooms. So it all depends how soon we get the additional funds. Thank you. Bye. This is the third step in our facility tour and the last step. So thank you for your patience and really appreciate your time today. So yeah, this is just explaining that the construction is still undergoing. So we will add another video where you will see that the construction plinth work is being done. So thank you for your time and really appreciate your help. So please feel free to contact us with the information I provided before and also on our website. It's tahasil.org, TAHASIL.org. Thank you and may Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum.